You bed down, and next day, you're nothing. Nothing happens during the night. You don't. You
Night.
no appearances by the pilgrim or anything. No mysterious, spooky events. It's afternoon when you return to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Oh, vai.
And
So, Khaleesi's, how are you feeling?
not great, but we've got to do what I got to do. He does put his bow and stuff away, hidden in the cart, so he's unarmed. Don't want them to think I'm doing anything. And let's get this over with.
We go to the large yurt,
Longhouse?
the longhouse, where the three elders were, and we avoid the crazy lady.
Yeah.
Actually, one of us should return the bird.
Oh yeah, I'll take it. It seems to like me, or at least not kill me.
And we'll meet you at the longhouse before going in, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So you take Shala and go to find and you take Shala.
I
And
give her
go to
another
find-
tuber.
And you
Good
go
girl.
find Afande, and yeah, at about the same spot that you found her last time, Afande, and she says, "You have returned.
Yes.
Well then, what found you?
Well,
Did you
come
find
with.
the poacher?"
We found someone. Come with us to the longhouse, and we'll show all of you. Yeah.
I
Too late.
shall. I shall, and we
She
shall
was gonna come anyway.
guide his fate. And you two bring him inside the longhouse, and what you see when you enter is the Yundal, the big elder guy from earlier, Hideri, and he's sitting seated in that large seat that I described last time on one side of the longhouse. There are a couple of others, but they look to be going about their own business. And when you enter, they stand and look, and Hideri gets up and says, "You have returned, then.
Hail.
Well." He walks up to you guys and folds his arms. "Then who is this? You have found him. Are you the poacher?"
He is
I
no he is no poacher.
Mm-hmm.
He has been living in the woods, outcast from your society because he made a mistake. He hunted in the wrong woods without knowing your customs, and he is sorry because of that. We have brought him here as due diligence, but he wants to clear his name and leave this island peacefully.
Was that you? Do not recall your name, but I heard in the north. Helel told me of what you did. It's been several years hunting in our sacred woods. I did not know they were sacred. How was I supposed to know? I was just trying to eat. I
Cletus,
I
back one
I was
notch.
stranded here on your island, and you offered me no help and told me never to return. And I'm sorry, but I've bothered no one, and I've never poached, and I would not kill one of your magnificent beasts, and I am sorry for what happened, but can you not see? And at this point, you two enter, and she says, "Ah, this is the one. This is the one. What do we do with them?"
I point and I say, hold on and stop jumping to conclusions.
What conclusions? There he is.
He
He's the
is
poacher.
no poacher.
We did see where he was living, and there was nothing.
Yes.
No evidence of poachery.
There
It was a
was
hovel. He had very little.
only game, what he has caught for food and what he lived on. There was no trophies. He did not kill for sport. He killed to live.
And he did not kill, as far as we could tell, any of your fuzzy rhino thing.
Only deer.
Well, no, none of them have turned up dead. I think that you just had a suspicion, correct? Yes, it was, but he was clearly stalking us. I was not stalking. I was just trying to find some food. Was very hungry. I'd gone for 2 days at that point, and I saw. Yeah, it was you. And I panicked. 'Cause I never returned. I never saw a giant since then, and I was afraid of what you would do to me. But I poached not, and I would never poach one of your beasts. Everybody, all of you, roll persuasion.
Heck yes.
Oh, baby.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh
Persuasion.
baby.
Please roll well.
Ooh.
I got a 20.
Good. Cool. I got a 6.
I got a 19.
She kind of looks a little bit resigned, and then Hideri says, I think that I believe you. As none of them have turned up dead, and you three, as you know the names of Buno and the other, you clearly are not with the man, and were he a poacher, I believe you would have been honorable and turned him in as such. So, I, as Yuntal, judge you to be innocent. And Kalizis looks visibly relieved. He says, finally, just finally, can I leave the island with you?
Yeah, we gave you that word. You could leave
Where's
with us.
your ship?
It is what direction is our ship? It's
It is
south.
to the west and to the west and south of here.
It is to the southwest. You are free to try to make that trick, or you can stay with us for the remainder of our business. That is up to you.
Approximately how far is it?
Like 2 days walk?
Well,
2
for
days.
us, 2 days walk for us.
You see, if I'm experienced in getting around these parts, I'm confident I can make the journey and find the south coast.
When you get there, hold on, I gotta ask for Graziella and tell you that the 4 of us sent you and explain the situation.
Oh, okay. And your names again, sorry.
Bew, this is Wareth, Mirwin, and our elf friend there is
Brecken.
Brecken.
Reckon the elf.
He says, oh, thank you, to get off this island again. And he heads back outside, and he says, thank you so much. I can't. I see the sea again, and the continent. And, so he retrieves his bow and his quiver from the thing, and he heads off, and he's gone. And the God, I keep forgetting her name. The suspicious one, Afandai. She looks kind of resigned, but accepting of what happened, and she says, "I'll take my leave. I suppose you are to fight him. I hope you treated Shala well."
Yeah.
Mini
This was fine.
roots or tubers or what?
And she leaves. And Aderi says, "Ah, well, it is my time to uphold my end of the bargain.
Thank you.
We
Ooh.
shall go and speak to Gerundian. I will take you to him."
Yeah. This sounds good to us.
And he says, "No point in wasting time. Come." So he leads you out of the longhouse. All of you guys and your entourage of horse and donkey and cart, you all leave, and you leave the city, the town. You leave and head to the north a little bit, back into the woods again, but not far, before you reach a very large hill. And inside of the hill, or in very tall, but in the side of the hill, there's cleared out some land, and there's a big doorway. And Yuntal says, "Here we are, home of Gerundian the brewer." And he heads up there and boom, 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 knocks on the door. After a few seconds, it opens, swinging out, and you see another giant in there, slightly shorter than Yuntal, or slightly shorter than Hideri. And this is Gerundian. He has very long white beard, almost just wisps of hair on his head, and he's dressed in what looks to be sort of an apron kind of thing, but in the giant style. And he's got a sort of a beaker-like thing in one hand, but it's not made of glass. It's more earthenware. And he says, "Hey, Daddy, what brings you here? What a surprise!" And Hidari says, "I have a few small folk here seeking you." He says, "Seeking me? Oh, whatever for? Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
It is nice to meet you.
Come, all of you. Come in. Yeah, and you head into his house. Within, everything, of course, is fit for a giant, but you see you see it's his home, and there are again rugs about, a couple of pumpkins, but then a lot of brewing equipment. It looks like there are barrels and casks, and looks like big kind of complex machines that must be where he does his brewing. And you see he sits down and kind of motions for you all to take a seat. He picks up a mortar and pestle and starts grinding something inside of it. And he says, "Well, all of you then, what can I help you with?"
You have quite the setup here, Herundian.
Gerundian.
I'm sorry. I've taken a long time to acclimate to the giant's tongue and their namings.
It is much different than from where you come.
It is very difficult for me, but what is not difficult for me is brewing.
You brew as well.
Yeah. We my species funds. We make a lot of mead. It is our main trade. So I'm very impressed with your build that you've gone on here.
Why, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It is my passion, and I and I travel abroad with it when I make something new, and I will bring barrels of it to my brothers all across the land.
Do you?
So you travel off of this island?
No, not off of this island, but I travel all around, all about it.
Hmm.
Many of us, we have some settlements, but many of our kin live on their own, shepherding their flocks, and I bring to them the ale. I know who wants it, where they live, and what kind they like, so I bring it to them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Interesting.
Very nice.
So you must have at one point bumped into the Cliffwatcher then, yeah?
Oh, the Cliffwatcher is who you seek. How interesting. How have you found out about the Cliffwatcher?
We heard tale of someone on the Isle of Giants that could translate ancient and old texts, and we were told that the Cliffwatcher would know where that one was
Yes.
by
Abuno.
by not Bruno.
Yes.
Was it Bruno?
Ah, Bruno. I know Bruno. What
I
a
know the
kind,
other one.
what a kind soul. Now, the Cliffwatcher. I currently, I mean, he's difficult to find. However, I mean, I know
if-
of a place where he has been said to visit often. What is considered often for him. I cannot guarantee that he will be there. But why should I help you at all? What do I get in return?
Well, what do you want? We are but small folk in your large land. We can help out in some ways. If you have a new recipe that you would like to experiment with us and get some constructive feedback on, we could probably help you on that. There's, I don't know, what could we help you with? What could small folk do that giants could not?
Hard work. That is indeed an idea.
Also, did
Hard
we
work
mention
is
that we're seeking him out to save the world?
fate of the world. Fate of the world. Hmm.
And it does appear that we all live in the world, so we would get something out of this.
True.
Well, could just be saying that to get me to take you there.
I could. However, we have had some incredible experiences, and we have been followed by people with powers that I've only ever heard of. And, well, Brecken here would be able to explain it a little better.
You see, what we need is a text translated that points to a possible destruction of perhaps everything we know, perhaps the entire world, and it is imperative that we translate it. We need to know the whole story, because right now we're groping about in the darkness, and that's going to lead us nowhere.
Groping in the darkness.
And he said, and the giant Indian says, "Oh, that is all well and good, but still, I need something in return."
Yeah, well, the question stands then. What do you want here, Indian?
Something of value. Something of value. Value to the soul.
I have gold coins that come from off land. I have
Gold. What good is gold?
You know,
What
Butte,
good?
perhaps you could share with him some of some phonic brewing techniques. Maybe that would
Oh, I thought you were going to say Funnic Brewing. No, I don't have any Funnic Brew on me. I could share techniques of our ways of brewing. I also have some very expensive spices that might fit your palate, since you deal with taste. I don't know how well they would go with.
And I do have some herbs that we found.
Some
Welcome to them.
random herbs, yes. No, but my spice is way better than random herbs. It is an expensive spice that is smuggled into our land. Might be of use to you in some way, and I'll produce it and let him inspect it.
Well, that certainly looks interesting, but what a novel idea. Show me. Show me what you know of phonic brewing. That I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's something of value to the soul.
I'll spend some time recounting as best as I can phonic brewing techniques.
Yeah, I will say you and Hirundian, you go and take a look at his equipment, and I'd say for about an hour or so you guys talk, and he tells you a little bit about his brewing and techniques and what he likes to make, and you impart knowledge to him.
And hopefully we get to sample some of his stuff.
You impart knowledge to him that he did not know before, and
Heck yeah.
he seems quite pleased by what you decided to offer up as a something of value to the soul. So, and yes, he does then, after you're finished, he says, well then, before we do anything, I must, of course, hospitality, I must share some of my creation with you. And he goes and taps,
Hooray.
he taps a keg, and he says, this is my latest. And he fills, he kind of looks at you guys. Mm-hmm. And
The
then
dwarf can have normal amounts, but for Warth and I and Brecken, we might take half.
he kind of makes like a screw it face and just fills up giant tankards for all of you.
Of course.
So it's like again, like before, it's like a big gulp. At least it's like a super big gulp.
I'm down with this. Let's do it.
I'm guessing he's got the wicked high alcohol per volume APV.
And he hands another one to Hideri,
I think I need
who
a
has
beer.
been listening with interest this whole time, but speaking little. And you all try the ale, and Hideri downs his in a few swigs. And it's very strong. It's big ABV. And
I don't have all of mine. I have.
I wouldn't recommend having all of it. Oh boy.
I see that their others didn't drink all of theirs, so I put mine down.
You all drink a bit, not to the point of intoxication, but he seems very appreciative that and it's not too crazy or anything. It's a ale like you would find on the continent, except it tastes a little bit different. It's very dark, and it kind of reminds you of the forest when you drink it. Like almost a pine scent and flavor to it.
I'm guessing these kegs that they are brewed in are massive.
Huge.
Herudian, I would love to take a keg, but I would love to take our size of keg, something that we can easily transport. Is there any way that I can arrange something like that? Is there anything else
If
that
you
I
like
can
it, if you like it
I-
as much, you like it that much, then I'm
I
sure we can
like it.
arrange.
I like it enough to want a keg. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm flattered, and I'm certain that we can arrange something when we return.
Oh,
Because methinks I shall take you to see the Cliffwatcher.
thank you. Thank you very
Wonderful.
much. That is
If he is not there,
very generous.
if you truly need, we can wait.
Okay. Yeah.
If you can make it up the mountain.
Oh, you say that like it is
But
an
an exceedingly
uncertain.
difficult challenge.
Yeah.
It is a high mountain, and it will test you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We will do our best. I have the Funnic blood in me, so I am not so afraid. This one here, the dwarf, is made of stone herself, so she should
Of
be fine
course.
as well. This one, Warith,
Low center of gravity.
um,
I'll be fine.
you will
I have a
have to
horse.
carry him.
Oh yeah, you can carry me.
But I'm sure Brecken will be fine as well.
I can handle myself. I think that we'll be okay.
I'll perch
But
myself right
Warith-
on top of your antlers, View.
No, I will not be carrying you. I need all of my own strength for me. But you will definitely need assistance, which I'm sure we can find something out for you.
Mhm.
Well then, let us have a leisurely evening together. And in the morning, at first light, we shall leave.
Sounds good to me.
Very
So
well.
you enjoy an evening together. And they tell you giants stories and
Hmm.
you tell them stories and
Small
Uh,
folk
Yeah.
stories.
small folk stories.
I tell him about my origin story and also about the pirates that we fought, because that was fun and cool.
And you go to bed, and that is where we will end tonight's session.
Hey.